Hey, what's up, y'all? I wanted to take some time in this video to talk about opportunities and seizing the moment. But most specifically, we're going to talk about sealed roles. And the big reason why that this should be brought up in a conversation is because a lot of people have opinions on the type of roles that you get from the bank. Not so much what's not so much whether or not you could get them or not, but what actually is inside of them. I could honestly say, and I've been around long enough to know that for the longest time, a lot of people, especially some of your beginning to more intermediate coin roll hunters, have had a pretty big issue obtaining nothing but solid dates of the newest coin. And it doesn't matter what you're sorting through: pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters. I get it. For a lot of people that don't see the true potential, the true beauty with going through these coins, all right, things can get lost in translation. And I'm here to tell you that probably you should put those beliefs aside and actually take the opportunity to embrace what's in these brand new rolls. Because I'm telling you, you're going to be missing a lot if you overlook these and you turn them back to the bank. So I was like a lot of you. I receive a full bank box, and this was, probably as recently as like 2011, 2012. I will go to the bank. I'd always get pennies because they're the easiest thing to go through. There's a lot more to find in them. But the one time, man, that I received a brand new bank box of 2011 pennies, deep sigh, right? You guys get the deep sigh? And you're just, you swallow your face into your two hands, and it's like, man, now I gotta send these back to the bank and go to another one and try and find a box of circulated coins, because the original belief is that's what we wanted to find, right? Because there's wheat cents in there, and trying to find some of the earlier double the dies from 1972, things like that. But things have kind of changed recently. And quite frankly, it's the U.S. Mint's fault. What do I mean by that? Well, they haven't been really paying attention to the coins that are being produced through their mint presses, obviously. Have you guys seen the giant monstrous coins come through into circulation lately? We have a quarter, ladies and gentlemen, brand new 2022 quarter, that sells anywhere from $300 to $800. Go figure. Last year we had a few coins also that were pretty tremendous, and then now all of a sudden it's become kind of a revolution to look through these coins. Now, this particular box you're looking at right here is a 10 roll shorty box of 2017 piece. I have two of these. These came from a dear friend, the beautiful Miss Amber panel. Thank you, by the way. I still have these, but I have two of them. And sometime after Labor Day, I'm actually going to do a live video event opening up one box of these, and I'm going to hold on to the other box. But I wanted to take the time to open this on video through a live event, so that way we could personally, as a group, myself and my viewing audience, check out what's in here, all right? These things are actually chock full of a lot of mysterious surprises. Sometimes you'll skunk out, sure, but based off of, again, what I've seen that have come through in circulation on some of these coins, man, the potential is otherworldly. And as long as you're able to see that, then, and embrace it. Most importantly, you got to embrace this as you're opening up these boxes, and really, really put out there in the universe. Beginning to sound like my wife when I talk about this, but put out in the universe that you will truly find some stuff in here. Now, there have been some pretty nice varieties that have been found on the brand new Shield sets. I mean, just go ahead and take a look at, Wexler's site or Dr. Wild's site, and you'll see a number of them on there. And it's fantastic. It's a phenomenal thing when you're able to see these. But I think the byproduct to what we're seeing on brand new coins is that more people have been satisfied going through new solid rolls, solid date rolls of a specific coin. I remember just as 2 years ago, 3 years ago, actually, I can't believe it's 3 years, but you guys remember the West Point Mint uncirculated quarters? First time they went into circulation, it was kind of a feeding frenzy. People have never been more excited to go through solid rolls. And to kind of add to that and compound on it a little bit, I mean, even if you didn't find a West Point coin, guess what? Folks were finding all sorts of odd looking errors, strike throughs, and all that stuff on the Philadelphias, all right? And it's just crazy. But let's say opening up these rolls isn't your thing. What's the alternative? Is it all just, a finished conversation and then we could just send these back to the bank? Well, hold the phone for a second. Did you guys know that these sealed boxes have quite a bit of secondary market value? A sealed box of Lincoln Cents today, and we're just going to use 2022, and go ahead and look for yourself, sells for 3x face value. So face value of a full box, a full regular box, not one of these short ones, is $25. So, I mean, if you wanted to, you could concentrate your efforts on simply obtaining the full boxes sealed, as long as you know they're the brand new coins and they're solid, taking those particular boxes, selling them on the secondary market for 3x your money, and, making a little bit of profit with each one. Now, the cool thing is, how much you put into it is how much you'll get back. This is a great side hustle for a lot of people that understand that there is a pretty healthy market out there for sealed bank boxes of these things. And just take a look at Washington quarters, full sealed bank boxes of some of the American Women's series of quarters. Even if you went last year, the Washington crossing the Delaware, full rolls command 2 to 3x individually, and if not for nothing, if you did not want to open up the roll because you find it boring, or you're not going to find any silver in there, just sell the dang things and then buy something that you really love. The game has changed a lot, and there are, I would say, if you were going to put a brand new bank box of one solid date of brand new coins in one hand and then a circulated box on the other, which is more rolls, but it's all circulated different dates. We're beginning to see the uncirculated bank box achieve a lot more value, not only to collectors, but in the marketplace as well. But there's redeeming qualities to going through the two different types of bank boxes. And as long as you realize kind of like what the strong points of one specific box is compared to the uncirculated box, or the other box, which has just circulated run-of-the-mill coins, which is, again, as recently as 10 years, me, your boy Blue Ridge Silverhound, thought that was kind of the end all. That's the box that you wanted to have because it promised so much more. Pretty crazy. All in about 10 years, things did a complete 180. And we're seeing a momentum shift. Again, I brought it up, I'll bring it up again. It's a real thing. Sealed equity. All right, these boxes, okay, while they're out there right now, will continue to get sold. They'll get sold at their standard, kind of like 2.5 to 3x face value, all right? But the longer that you distance yourself from that particular date, Like, I guarantee you, 10 years from now, a brand new bank box of 2022 of anything will be worth a heck of a lot more, especially when there's a notable find in there, right? 2021 P Lincoln Cents with that massive routine cut die break, or this year's Wilma Mankiller quarter rolls with the tremendous double-sided cut crack combo. Try saying that 10 times fast, by the way. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. You guys are going to fumble it up like I do. But just imagine, based off of the current sales trends of the individual coins that were being found, respectively, from those two particular coins, the actual sealed product 10 years from now, kind of hard to say how much these things are going to be worth. I'm going to be shocked for sure. Shocked in the sense that they're going to be worth more than you realize. 4x, 5x, 6x. I don't know. Just know that everything that you get at a bank today, because, you know, the pandemic changed the landscape for a lot of things. The coins are gnarlier coming out of the mint, and it's a lot more difficult to obtain sealed bank boxes from the local bank. I've talked to a lot of people. You guys have commented. Some people have greater success than others. But seriously, take a look at where we're at today, and it's nothing like it was 5, 6, 7 years ago, where it used to be you could walk into just about any bank, even the banks that you don't have an account in, and you're able to walk away with boxes, you know? Today, it's easiest to obtain the boxes through the good relationships that you've had with bank tellers and branch managers over the years. And not saying that it's a lot tougher to forge that kind of relationship today, but it is work. This whole gig of being in numismatics and the coin business is just straight up work. It's not free, easy tendies. It's not, it's not a promise or a promised land of just money flowing to you. Yeah, we're collecting money, which is, I think, the most exciting thing that prospectively we could be doing in our lives. If we gave up our regular 9-to-5 job as a gas station attendant, or someone that works in the restaurant industry, or someone that works at a casino. Well, casino might be exciting depending on what you're doing, but the regular run-of-the-mill jobs, it's like if you could give it up so that way you could be in the coin business in some way, fashion, or form, man, that's the way to live. And I always tell people, you got to find your footing. You got to find a place to get you started. And, the little advice that I do give, or the amount of advice that I do give on the short amount of time that I can, has always been obtain things that's easiest for you to obtain. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is a big coin dealer conglomerate. These things take time. It takes a lot of capital to get started. And most importantly, it takes a lot of education. It also takes a lot of time of knowing your market, understanding what sells, what doesn't sell, how precious metals affects, pulls and pushes the market and trends. And, if you don't understand all of this, just like anything in the world, if you don't have the education to become a heart surgeon, and it's like all of a sudden they put you in the emergency room, man, you're screwed. The success is not going to be there. And the success needs to be there. You just need to slow it down a little bit and have it come to you. A little positive reinforcement. All right? You guys are wonderful. I fucking love you guys. Each and every single one of my viewing audience. You got to know that there is plenty enough to go around. There always is. There always will be. Take a look at the mintages on new coins. Hundreds of millions, if not billions of coins. This is a means to an end for fulfillment, but it is not our life. But it could certainly be a part of that if you allow the hobby to slow down enough for you to grasp it. I wish you guys the best. Have a great, great time in the hobby. Embrace every little thing, every coin roll, every bank box that comes to you. And just know, before you even crack the seal on that puppy, that you will find something. It could be minor, it could be major. It really doesn't matter. That is irrelevant. You got to have fun doing it. If you're not having fun, it's not for you. That's my good deed for the day. You guys are amazing. I want you guys to know that. I love you guys, and you love the hobby. I love the hobby. We all enjoy something that brings us together. There's not enough positivity in this world, but now I'm shooting out my shit, and making you guys realize that we can have fun doing this together. Just let it slow down enough so that way you could catch up to it and grab it. So that way you could, turn this thing into whatever you wanted to, because there's always going to be plenty enough to go around. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. I want you guys to have a fantastic evening. And keep on hunting, keep on collecting, and keep persevering in life. Whatever you do, just know that is not the ultimate low. All right? It's a reason for you to bounce back. Always is, always will be. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.